Jaye Spot, replacing your G Spot every Thursday from 6 to 7, giving you real relationship talk, real relationship drama with the best night of your life. Your host Jay and Simply E, hold on, get ready to enter the J Spot on intellectualradio.com.
Good evening, good evening, good evening, and welcome to the best night of your life. Woo! You all, sorry, I don't have the normal intro for you all tonight because I'm still a little bit under the weather. But I will say this: I am definitely doing much better than I was the last week or so ago. So that's all I got for you guys right now because I want to make it through the show. But guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Please do me a favor, you all. Go to our page and like our page at the Jaye Spot. Follow us on Twitter at Jaye Spot. Also follow us on Instagram at the Jaye Spot Radio. And Jay is spelled Jaye for all three. Listen, while you're at it, go right around the corner. Boop, boop, boop. Now listen, you all. It's so many of you all on Facebook that follow us and support us, but I need you all to stop what you are doing. And please, 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 please go to our YouTube channel. Like and subscribe us there. We're there now live. Go to our YouTube channel. Like and follow us there. The Jaye Spot Radio. Again, guys, Jay is Jaye. How are you all doing? I've missed you all. Listen, you all, whenever I am not here, just know that I am always, always, always somewhere just thinking about you all and just coming up with great topics. And as I lie in bed, just being sick, I was just so tired. I'm like, you know what? Look, I'm just tired of lying down here being sick, but I am just glad to be back. But being sick, listen, I've come up with so many great hot topics. And listen, I cannot wait to get into it. So much good juiciness has taken place in the world over the course of these last 2 weeks. And I want to catch up with you on some things. It's some stuff that are probably old stories, but you know what? I didn't get a chance to talk to it and talk about it with you all. So I might just bring up some old stuff that you may say, you know what, Jay, we already talked about that issue. We have moved on. Well, you may have moved on, but I haven't. So we're going to talk about it. Hey, y'all, I miss y'all. So listen, guys, our first hot topic. You all let me know what you think about this because, see, this be the trifling foolery that I be talking about that I really, 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 really struggle with. So there's a video out, and the mother, she states that she asked her 13-year-old son if he could use his birthday money to pay the light bill, and he said no. So she said, she goes on to explain to him, well, I'm a single mother, and I'm taking care of you all. I'm taking care of you, your brothers and your sisters, and all this and that. Basically, she's trying to guilt the little boy by telling him what she's doing for him and his siblings. I'm like, ma'am, that's your responsibility. So she takes it a step further and she says, well, since he refused to give her his birthday money, then she decided to take the PS5 game system that she bought for him. She decided to take that back to the store and get the money to pay her light bill. Now, if that wasn't trifling enough, the kicker part is she said, I had a few dollars left, and I decided to go out and treat myself because I work really hard. So I deserve to treat myself from time to time. So I don't see nothing wrong with that. What do you all think about that? Because again, as I say, that was some trifling ish. And here's why I say it was trifling. Because first of all, You got these kids. That's not your 13-year-old's responsibility. That's the first thing. The second thing is you got all these baby daddies and you going out, you take, because the little boy told her in the video, Mama, you need to stop going out all the time and you need to stop taking all these men out and buying all these things for these men. And then you will have some money to pay the light bill. That's what the little boy said. Now, I'm hoping you all, I'm really hoping that this was a skit. I really, for the trifling mother's sake, I'm hoping that this was a skit. Because if you really out there moving like that as a mother and as a woman, like, I just need you to go slap yourself 5 times, slap some sense into your trifling self, because you got your babies telling you the right thing. So here's why I say she's trifling. Because if your kids can spit out and repeat back to you your negative and your toxic lifestyle, what type of example are you setting for your kids? Which means that here's the thing. You got any and everybody coming home. Your kids see everything that you doing. They know every dude that you going out with. So if you going out with all these dudes, I'm with the kids. How come you ain't got no money to pay your light bill? How come you ain't got no money to pay your gas bills? That's not your kids' responsibility. Now, I saw some people agreeing with the mother and saying, yeah, that's the way you do it. That's the way you do it. Really? And for a 13-year-old, I can understand if, you know what, we were just so on hard times, like, yo, for real, this is hard times. You know what, I lost my job. We all need to kick in some. We all have to sacrifice. You know, again, that's not a child's responsibility, but I can understand if it came from that standpoint. Like, I can understand what they're talking about if it came from that standpoint. But it's just like, you flat out telling your 13-year-old that they need to give you their money that they got for their birthday so that you can pay your bills. I don't agree with that, and I'm trying to figure out where do they do that at, because again, being a mom, you are supposed to have your stuff together. And again, I understand stuff happens, but here's the thing, your priorities are not together, because if they were, she would not have made the statement as though, well, you know, I did have a few dollars left, so I took myself out. No, Wayne, you don't got no few dollars. You just sold your kids' game station to pay your light bill. You don't have a few dollars left. You don't. You don't have a few dollars to go get those expensive nails done. You don't have a few dollars to go and get that expensive hair weave. You don't have a few dollars to go and get those eyelashes. You don't have a few dollars to be out Friday night turning up, Saturday night turning up, Sunday night popping bottles. You don't have the money to do that. So let's stop trying to live these lavish lifestyles that we can't afford. Because as a mother, how are you asking your child for some money? And then you're going to get mad because the kid says no. So now you want a strong arm. That's what's wrong with no, Wayne. That's what's wrong with you. Your child is doing exactly what a child is supposed to do, not wanting to give up their birthday money, especially when they know that their mama is out in these streets turning up and blowing her money. So because you blew your money and your responsibilities are not together, so now your child is supposed to feel bad for you. Why? You don't even feel bad for you. Hey, pretty Tasha, how you doing? You don't even feel bad for you. You don't even have your stuff together enough to not have to go to a 13-year-old kid, guilt them into trying to give you their money, and then you get mad because they don't want to give up the money. So now you got a problem with it. So now you want to go giving all these subliminal, sob stories and trying to make the little boy feel bad. Listen, the little boy, he stood 10 toes down as he should. That's his birthday money. He is not responsible for sitting up there paying your light bill. So again, as a mother, I would have been very, very, very embarrassed to even have to go to my child and say that. Now, here's the thing. I'm not talking about the people that, listen, sometimes things happen and we can get in a bind. Binds happen all the time. But this did not seem as though this was a bind type situation. This was a mother making wrong decisions. And now you want to get mad because the kid decided to stand 10 toes down and say, you know what? No, you can't have my money. You can't get the money that was given to me for my birthday and go and pay your bills. I mean, again, how fair is that? Like this literally the kid's birthday, and you want to get mad and you want to do all of this. You want to strong arm the kid because they don't want to give up their birthday money. And that's not fair. That's not the right thing to do. You don't have a right to strong arm your kid because they want to celebrate their birthday and keep the money that they were given. So you have to, as a mother, again, you have to get yourself together, and that's not your kid's responsibility. Again, I understand stuff happens. Like, say for instance, if she said, you know what, she lost her job and things are gonna be tight. Okay, that may be a different conversation, especially if you've been a mother that is trying to get everything together. You know what? All these little kids ain't like that. The little boy, he may have had a different outlook and say, you know what? Man, Ma, here go my money. If you was that mother, you may have had a kid that said, now I'm not saying all of them, but you might have had a chance with the little kid saying, you know what? Man, Ma, here go my birthday money. I mean, because I know that you lost your job and you do everything for us. You always taking care of us. You always come through for everything that we need. So here's my birthday money. You can take my money and you can go and pay the bills and you can take care of the household. That could have been a scenario if you was that mother that was like not out there, partying and turning up, and now you turned up so much, now you can't take care of your business. So that could have been one way to look at it if that was the situation. Now I can kind of see, okay, well, you know what? If she had to ask, the kid for it. But again, for me, that should definitely be the last resort. I mean, you should be able to, if need be, you should be able to go. You mean to tell me you busting it wide open for these dudes, and you ain't got a dude that got 5 on the light bill? You ain't got a dude that got 20 on the light bill, 100 on the light bill? What the heck are you busting it wide open for then? If you ain't got nobody in your phone, dude, that you, especially if you sleeping with them, listen, I don't want to hear that. That's prostitution, and I don't want to hear all that. Okay, everything is real. If you sitting up here, you sleeping with these dudes, and you can't call them collectively to get $100, you need to delete everybody in your phone and just be single and celibate and just live your best life. Why are you even wasting your time sleeping with these dudes and you don't got not damn dude that can come through for you? Leo, you're saying taking the boy money for bills. That's crazy and sad. Poor kid. OMG. Absolutely. And it's trifling too, Leo. I truly believe that it's trifling for her to be doing that. But again, also trifling part is that if you can't, again, you looking at these dudes and you talking about, I'm gonna turn up and I deserve to just be able to take care of myself and treat myself. You deserve to treat yourself on your own dime, not on your kids' dime, your dime. And you don't treat yourself. You have to pause your treating yourself until your responsibilities are together. Because how are you treating yourself and your bills are not paid? How are you treating yourself and your kid, you asking a 13-year-old for some money? We have to, if you live in this type of lifestyle, you got to do better. Your goal should be, you know what, man, this is a bad spot to be in. How do I get everything together? How do I fix it? How do I get my stuff together so that I can ensure I'm not in this position again? Ma'am, get it together. Get it together. You should in no way, shape, form, or fashion be asking a 13-year-old or any kid for any money. And again, as I say, you going through your phone. I'm finna go out. We finna go do this. And you couldn't ask that dude that you going out. Listen, and don't misinterpret or misconstrue what I'm saying. Is it this man's responsibility to take care of her and her responsibility? Absolutely not. It's not. However, if she busting it wide open for him, you should be able to ask him for something. That's just my opinion. Listen, you can fight it all you want to. It really is not going to change how I feel. If you busting it wide open, you should be able to ask this man for something. If you busting it wide open for multiple people, you should be able to ask all them Bamas for something. That's just me. And if you can't, why are you busting it wide open? I believe in the old saying, I can do bad all by myself. If I look around and all we doing is jumping off the chandeliers, and y'all, I want to say it so bad, but I can't, because as y'all may be able to hear, I'm struggling to hold on to my voice. Like, I feel it's changing. So guys, I hope I'll be able to make it through the whole show, because my voice is definitely trying to leave. But listen, I'm gonna keep on talking till I don't got no more. But if you busting it wide open, and now you look around and you like, dang, I'm in a situation, and not out of obligation for these dudes, but just off the simple fact that he like, man, you know what? I really mess with her like that. I really, I can really respect her like that. Don't mean that y'all in a relationship. It could still be a friends with benefits, or it is what it is type of situation. But still, are you going and picking the grimiest dudes that have no empathy, that have no home, that don't have nothing, like no care for you in the world? Like, if you and yours is out there, they could care less. If something catastrophic happened to you or your household, you busting it wide open with all these dudes, and not one of them care about you on no level, that's a problem. That's a big problem. So again, I'm not saying it from the standpoint of, oh, Jay, that ain't that man's responsibility. That ain't I ain't said it. I ain't said it is. What I said, and I'll say it again, if you busting it wide open and you can't call not damn person that you busting it wide open for, why are you busting it wide open? Go, you listen, you'd be better off going and getting you a toy. You'd be better off going and getting you a rose, bust one. At least now you ain't got nobody, you ain't got to worry about feeling stupid when you in a situation, or if you get in a situation and you asking for some help. Again, are they obligated? Absolutely not. But again, the question has to be asked, why am I wasting my time for somebody that can't catch me if I fall? That's the question. Why would you waste your time busting it wide open for somebody that cannot catch you if you fall? Leo, you're saying, but she busting it wide open for the dude, but can't get no money from them. You busted them. Absolutely. You busting it wide open for no reason. Like, I mean, again, go get you a toy. You'd be better off getting you a toy. Therefore, you don't have to worry about, again, looking stupid or sounding stupid, because you up here trying to get some money from a dude that could care less. That could care less if you and your kids go broke, hungry, sit in the dark, or whatever. And that would lead me to the next hot topic. Now, speaking of trifling, now listen, the audacity, because I just said, you know what, you should be able to have a dude that's in your corner. If you busting it wide open, you should be able to have somebody that would not mind helping you out if you ever got in a situation and you needed some help. You can't be the chick that every time this dude turn around, you begging for something. Every time you turn around, you need something. If you that chick, then you know what? You needs to be single and you need to be minding your business. You need to be finding you some business. You need to be finding you something else to do if all you got is problems. If all you got is problems, then you need to be finding you some business. Hey Cedric, how you doing? You need to be finding you some business. But this next hot topic, now let me tell you, this chick right here, you all. So, speaking of bills and all this other foolishness. So, this young lady right here, and I'm going to say that, I'm going to call her that lightly. I'm going to call her that. I'm not going to, I'm losing my voice, so I'm not going to go calling these ladies out their name. Not right quick. If I got a little bit more voice in me, then I will. But this chick, she goes to say, now, her bills, she said, listen, her lights was off. She calls her baby daddy and she tells him that it's his responsibility to pay her light bill. See, I don't know what, listen, first of all, I just want to know what y'all doing with y'all money? Like, why the lights getting cut off? Why all this, what's the problem? So the baby daddy, but here's the twist. So the baby daddy said he's not getting the lights turned back on in his baby mama house because she got a husband. What do you all think about that? The baby mama called her baby daddy, asked him to get her lights turned back on. He says, I'm not getting your lights turned on. You got a whole husband. What you calling me for? Why are you calling me to get your lights on when you got a whole grown Bama laying there snoring in he probably funky as he can be, snoring his funky behind all up in your face. But you want to call me and stress me with getting your lights turned back on and you got a whole dude over here that you married to. What do you all think about that? Is the baby daddy wrong for telling her that? Because again, those are his kids. Or is he right for telling her, you know what, listen, you got me messed up. You got the whole game messed up. You need to ask this man that you snoring in his face with. That's who you need to ask to get your lights turned on. Now, you all, I know you may not like what I'm about to say. But I don't know, guys, I don't know how to feel about that one. Because at the end of the day, those are his kids, okay? But before y'all go pushing back, but I do think that that's where she should have started. She should have started with the husband. And I would be having a very serious conversation and trying to figure out, so you mean to tell me you got your big dusty behind and his big dusty behind, and the two of y'all dusty behinds put together, y'all can't pay one light bill? Woo! I'd have a problem with that. See, it's already some things. So for me, the father, he shouldn't even be concerning himself about getting the lights turned back on. He need to be trying to get them kids, because you got to let Dusty 1 and Dusty 2 figure out how to undust where they live. But I before I get these lights turned back on, I'll bring these kids over here with me. Now that's just me. I'm with you, Cedric. Hey, he's saying my babies can come stay with me until you get your ish in order. Absolutely. So they will be trucking around the baby mama and her husband. I'm going to let you all figure that out. You call us when y'all ready, if y'all get ready, and then we can go ahead on and put the kids back over there if that's what's going to be the best situation. But I'm not about to sit up here and pay your bills. And how would your husband even feel comfortable with you asking another man. Like, I don't think, and I try to refrain from being the woman that goes, a real man would, like, I try to refrain from that. What I will say is this: a stand-up dude ain't gonna take it too, he not gonna take too kindly to his woman, his wife, asking another man for something. He's not gonna take too lightly to that. He's not gonna take too kindly to that. Lady Lotus is saying, yes, the babies can come over here until y'all figure that mess out. Absolutely. So we're not gonna take too kindly to just a stand-up dude. That's what I'm gonna say. A stand-up dude is not gonna take kindly to his woman, his wife, asking another man for some money. Because again, that makes, do you know how weird that makes the man your husband looks? It makes him look weak. It makes him look as though he's not able to handle any business. Leo, you're saying no, he not wrong. Reginald is saying that lady have a lot of nerve. I will pray for her. And let's see, you also saying, Leo, I don't blame the husband. Why don't you blame the husband? If he's married to this woman and their lights are off, would you be okay with your wife asking another man for some money? I don't, that's the part I don't understand. You were saying, Leo's also saying, I would give half if they were my kids. But you're right. I would have to take my kids. She is not a good mom. That's child abuse. You know, I'm not going, I don't know if I would say it's child abuse, but I would definitely say mismanaging of the finances is a huge, huge problem. It truly is. Leo, you're saying that husband must be a loser. That's what I say, because I'm like, if you are a husband and you are okay with your wife asking another man for some money, I mean, that doesn't really say a lot about you as a husband. So that's why I'm just like, I'm not gonna say, I'm not gonna do the, oh, a real man would do this or a real man would do that, because I don't like to jump on that real man, real woman, that train. I don't really like that, because I believe that a man is still a real man, despite if he is financially able to do whatever it is. I don't think that his manhood should be in question because of his financial situation. So that's just me. I don't think that a man's manhood should be questioned because of finances. However, the ability to stand 10 toes down and be a stand-up dude. Now I will say, we got some integrity issues. We got some other issues that he is dealing with as a man. Now I can definitely question that. Your integrity, your morals, all that, that can definitely be questioned. But his manhood, no. But I do think that there are some men that would say, you know what? I'm not doing anything to help you get your lights turned back on, because you got a husband. And they're also not going to take the kids, because let's be honest. Now listen, you all, we are going to tell the truth and shame the devil. That's what we're gonna do tonight. A lot of dudes ain't even gonna offer and say, let me get my kids. You know why? Because it's too much responsibility. We gonna shame the devil tonight. We are definitely gonna shame the devil. A lot of guys are cool because they know, and I saw a post that said this, and it resonated with me so well. A lot of dudes are fine paying a couple of dollars because they got a built-in babysitter. They knew, and they know that if they get them kids over there in a household, then a lot of them, I'm not saying all men, but there are a lot of fathers that are happy that their kids are over there with the baby mama, because guess what? His life has not stopped. His life does not miss a beat. It does not miss a beat, because guess what? You done skeeted your load and you done left, and the mother has to take care of the responsibility. And a lot of guys are fine with it being just that. Listen, if I got to pay a couple of dollars, that's okay. I'm going to make sure they all cool, because what they not going to do, they not going to come over here and kick up. And I'm not going to be sitting up here trying to help nobody with no homework and going to doctor's appointments and doing all of that. A lot of guys are glad to not have to deal with that. We just amen to that. A lot of guys are okay with being that financial support, opposed to saying, you know what, well, let me take them until you get your stuff together. How many fathers would do that? How many fathers would say, you know what, let me grab the kids until you all sort everything out, until you guys get your financial situation together. Let me grab the kids for you until you get back on your feet. How many fathers would really do that? Cedric is saying the only thing she'd be getting from me are some custody papers. I know that's right. And Cedric is saying those are not fathers, they daddies. Absolutely, because when your child is in need, and the thing is, when something goes wrong with the mother, this is what I want fathers to understand. When the mother is not okay, your kids are not okay. Understand that. If the mother is not okay, your kids are not okay. If the mother is stressed out, guess who gonna feel it? Your kids. So make no mistake about it. Just know that whatever stress that she's going through, your babies are gonna feel it. How they gonna feel it? That's her. Yes, because she's their caregiver. She's their primary caregiver. So if she's off her game, if she's off her square, guess what? That affects your children. Your children are going to be affected because the mother is off of her square, because the mother is off her game. So your kids are going to be affected. So let's start being in position, and let's start getting in position to say, you know what? Let's be on one accord. If you don't already have a good, healthy co-parenting relationship, maybe it's time to sit down and reevaluate that relationship. Reevaluate how these things look. Because here's the thing, guys. Let me say this. If you're a father and you're not an active father in your child's life, now is the time to change that around. Now is the time to change that around, because guess what? It's a lot raising kids. And for those that say she should have thought about that, he should have thought about that too. If he got kids with this chick that got more than one kid, he should have thought about that too. They both should have thought about that. Just because you got a kid don't mean that you just get to go and just leave. Like, you should be rearranging your life to say, you know what? Okay, the kids got to go to daycare. They got to go to school. See, you can do whatever, you can work whatever schedule you want to work at work, because you're not scheduling your life around your kids' life. So until you, in my opinion, until you are scheduling your life around your kids' life, I don't think you're doing it right as a parent. I just don't. Because how do you have a kid but your life doesn't change? You know why your life doesn't change? Because you're not involved. You can send money. Money is one thing. And money is great. Money is very important. But so is your presence. So is your ability to be active in your child's life. So is your ability to show up. So is your ability. The kid got to go on a trip. Okay, the mama went the last time. Now it's your time to use your PTO on your job and take off and go to the trip. Baby was sick last week. Okay, mama took her to the doctor. Baby still sick. Well, let me take the baby to the doctor this week so I can, follow up, take the baby for the follow-up appointment. It should be shared responsibility. But let's be honest, that ain't how it is. That ain't how it is. The mother doing everything. She got to schedule her PTO around the kids, what they got to do. She got to schedule it around report card pickup. She got to figure out how to get them from school. God forbid she can't accept no last minute overtime. Because guess what? She got to go pick the kids up. Meanwhile, what are you doing? Laying up in another chick face while you got kids over here being raised by the mother, but then we jump on social media and we bash out. That's what's wrong with the world today. All these kids being raised by these single mothers. Yeah, because you can get, because you a single father and you can negate your responsibility. A lot of you all, not all of you, not all, because I know some amazing fathers. I know some fathers that are doing exactly what I'm saying. That's how I know it's possible. And then some. I know fathers that have custody of their kids. I know fathers that combing daughters' hair. I know fathers that are teaching little girls how to be, I know fathers that do that. I know some stand-up fathers. So I'm telling you this so that we can help you be a stand-up father. If you're not already a stand-up father, we want to help you to get there. We're not going to bash you, but we're not going to bash her either. But what we're going to do is we're going to figure out, you know what, Jay, what can I do to step up to be a stand-up father? What can I do? Yeah, I pay child support and I give where needed. But listen, you got to take the mental load off. You got to help out. Because you know what? If you all don't, what if something catastrophic happens like this next topic? And I wasn't sure if I wanted to talk about it, but I do because everything is real. So last week, the young lady that was homeless, that was sleeping in her car, and her two babies froze to death. And she was homeless. And you sleeping in the car with your kids. And all I can think of is like, Dad, when they showed the father and he's sitting there saying, well, you know what? She didn't say that she was homeless and she was asleep. Sir, I'm not going to blame anybody. I'm not, because they are going through enough as it is. So I'm not going to blame them. I'm not going to blame the mother and I'm not going to blame the father. What I want to do is let's just talk about that situation. He says that, you know what, had she told me she was homeless, then I could have helped her. And so for me, that said, what kind of father are you even involved in your kids' lives? Do you even see your kids? Do you even talk to your kids? Because she wouldn't have had to tell you nothing if you were in communication with your kids. Because guess what? Your kids gonna tell you, Daddy, we sleeping in the car. It's cold in the car. Your kids was gonna tell you that. If you had a relationship with your kids, if you was a caring father, your kids gonna tell you that. Your kids gonna tell you exactly what's going on. So now, two babies are gone and two families are grieving because everything is real out here. And here's the thing, I can understand what the young lady is talking about because I see this. You see where they go out and they try to get help and they try to get support. But let's be real. The support is not always there. The support is not always given. Now, it was a few things that went through my mind. I'm just like, okay, well, why didn't anybody want you to stay with them? So that's what you got to look at. Because let's be real. You try to help some people, baby, and they are the biggest clowns ever, that you won't get no peace in your house trying to help somebody out. So is that what type of person she was, that you done clowned so bad that your own family won't even help you? Excuse me, y'all. Your own family won't help you. So you mean to tell me that you got 4 kids and nobody would help you? Nobody will help you. So that was something big and something serious to think about. I'm just like, wow, what kind of life are you living that nobody would help you? Nobody. Leo, you're saying so sad because she didn't take care of her responsibility as a mother. That's a true statement to make, Leo. But what about the father? Why are we not saying that the parents failed these 2 kids, opposed to saying she didn't take care of her responsibility as a mother? The kids had a father too. We got to go back to having that village. But again, there was an unfortunate situation in which 2 innocent kids lost their lives because everything is real. The pressure of being a mother is real. The pressure of being an unemployed mother is real. The pressure of being a mother living in an impoverished neighborhood is real. It's real. So when are we going to step up and say, you know what? Listen, she already in the situation now. The kids are already here. So yes, we can sit here and bash her upside the head and judge her and all that. That ain't going to change the number of kids that she got. We need to have those conversations before they get all these kids, okay? That's the conversation that needs to be had before she got the kids, okay? But until before then, once the kids are here, ain't no sense in harping over, oh, well, you shouldn't have hit all of them. Ain't no sense in harping on that because the kids are already here, okay? Everything is real. But what I'm saying is, it's stressful to be a parent. It's stressful to be a single mother. It's stressful to be a single father. So let's not sit so high and we forget to look low. Like if your kids are out there and you not seeing them on a regular basis and you not talking to them on a regular basis, shame on you. What are you doing? If you a father and you haven't talked to your child none in 2025, but you out there dating and you out there seeing other women, shame on you. Now for the guys that say, you know, Jay, my baby mama won't let me see my kids. My baby mama won't do this. Okay, I can understand that. So my question would be to you is this. If you walked outside and your car was missing, would you just look out there and say, oh, well, my car got stolen. Oh, well. And you're not going to call the police. You're not going to call the law and try to figure out what's going on. You're not going to try to do any of that. If you looked out the window or you went outside to get in your car and you found out your car was gone, you're not going to try to take any type of legal recourse? I know the answer is not no. So the same thing for your kid. How much more important is your child? How much more important is being a father to you? Oh, well, Jay, I didn't even want them kids. Well, you should have thought about that. You should have made sure that you did. Ow, 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 ow. Oh, God, I want to do it so bad, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm cheating y'all out the whole experience. But you had a responsibility as well. So again, it's too late to be crying over spilled milk. Your kids are here. They here now. So you're supposed to do what you have to do to take care of your kids. So if you wouldn't go outside and be okay with your car being stolen, I don't feel comfortable with listening to you telling me, Jay, she won't let me see my kids until you say, you know what, Jay, I'm in court for that right now. I'm in court for me to try to see my kids right now. Utmost respect to that father. But if you're a father that's just saying, oh, she won't let me see my kids and you ain't taking no type of legal action, yeah, for me, it's yeah, it ain't nothing but an excuse to me. That's to me. Because again, I know that if we will value our possessions, our material possessions over being a parent, to me, that says something is wrong. But guys, listen, we're going to take a short musical break. And when we return, we have more hot topics to get into. Stay tuned. You don't want to miss it. You're listening to the Jaye Spot, where we are strengthening relationships and families, one conversation at a time. Guys, yes, I am trying to hold on to what's left. Y'all see it's leaving. It's trying to leave me up in here. So I'm trying to keep it together. Leo, you saying don't have kids if you can't take care of these kids. Michael Jackson said that. And again, that's true. But Leo, that's after the fact. We can't be saying you don't have them kids and you already got the kids. The kids are already here. That's like, that should be saying, we should be saying that before the fact and also acting upon that before getting these kids, before having the kids. We should already be saying that. We should be saying that beforehand. But once these kids get here, like, I mean, we really not saying, oh, we shouldn't have had the kids. No, that should be, again, we can't be saying that after the fact. Once the kids are here, they're here. Hey, pretty Tasha. Cedric, I'll try to send it to you after the show. Remind me to send it to you. But yeah, that was a horrible story. A young lady, this was last week in Detroit. This is in Detroit. And then they were saying that it was a picture surfacing where the mother was, out partying or something like that. Again, my goal is not to judge them or anything like that, because again, with so much going on and they just lost their kids. Like, I'm not going to lead a bash the parents campaign. What I choose to do instead is just, you know what? Let me compel to your heart, if you are a father or even a mother for that matter, and you are not in your kids' lives, let me compel to you on that level. Let me try to, talk to you from that standpoint, and let's see what can we do to bridge the gap. Because we don't want to be sitting up here keep on. How long are we gonna be ragging? How long are we gonna continue to be trifling and not do what we're supposed to do as parents? Andre, how long are we gonna be trifling? How long are we gonna be trifling and not doing the right thing? Welcome back to the Jaye Spot, where we are strengthening relationships and families, one conversation at a time. Guys, I want to thank you all so much for tuning in. Please do me a favor, you all. Go to our page and like our page at the Jaye Spot. Then go to YouTube, like and subscribe to our channel there. That's the Jaye Spot Radio. Go to Instagram, like and follow us there, the Jaye Spot Radio. Guys, Jay is Jaye for all three. Now listen, while you at it, just go ahead on, boop, boop, boop. Turn on the notification bells for all platforms, guys. Thank you so much. Listen, it's just me. If y'all notice, I'm struggling because the voice it's not voicing the way it's supposed to. But you know what? We're gonna get to it. I'm just not gonna be I ain't gonna be able to do all that today, but I owe y'all some, okay? So I'm owe y'all for next week. But sitting next to me, you all, we have actor, model, dancer, show host, brand ambassador, Andre Bellows. How you doing, Andre?
I'm so good. Thank you for having me.
Good. Thank you for joining me.
You look amazing.
Thank you. And I'm trying to feel that way, but I'm not really, I do what I can, but it's good to see you. You looking good.
Likewise. Thank you so much for having me back.
I appreciate you.
That's twice in 1 month.
Listen, that's
Period.
how we roll. That's how we roll. But tell everybody a little bit about you, what you got going on. How can we vote and support?
Yes, ma'am. I'm super grateful to be on. I'm currently in a dance competition called Dance Icon. I would love for you to go out and vote for me. You can vote at danceicon.com/Andre Bellows 2025. And they're picking 8 people, I believe, next month to fly them out to Arizona and audition for Sierra and her choreographer, Jamaica Craft. The prize is to be in Sierra's new music video, 20 grand, and your crown dance icon. So it's cool stuff. I'm just doing it for fun and in honor of my grandma. But it looks like the competition's starting to heat up. I can't even believe it.
I see. Okay.
Girl, these 37-year-old knees still work.
Listen, I'm glad yours does, because mine don't. Mine do not.
Lordy, I thought my dance career was over. God, he said there's more to do.
Listen, when you dancing, listen, I'm trying to just walk in some heels still, and I'm just like, well, on the next note. But again, tell everybody how they can get in contact with you and how we can vote.
Absolutely. You guys can check me out right on my website, andrebellows.com. Just my name, one word. The spelling is ANDREBELLOS. And if you truly believe I'm the next dance icon, you can vote for me at danceicon.com. There are clips on there of me dancing, and these are not clips from when I was 17 or 21. These are clips from just some weeks ago. So I really let the best man or woman win.
Facts. Well, we have dropped the information in the chat. So guys, definitely go out and vote for Andre, and that's at danceicon.com /Andre Bellows.
Yes.
Got that drop. Guys, again, please go through, vote, support. What else you have going on as far as for your Walmart partnership?
Yeah, so I'm doing some affiliate marketing for Walmart for some fragrances. I'm doing some stuff for like Polo and Azaro. And thanks for bringing it up, because we were thinking about doing YSL myself, not the Le Parfum, but the Eau de Parfum. So I don't know, guys, if you guys have an opinion about it and want to see a video of that and want the cologne at a discounted price, then I'll make the video and you guys can get that. So thanks.
Sounds good. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Guys, again, please do me a favor. Go to our page and like our page at the Jaye Spot, and then go right on over. Listen, it costs you absolutely nothing, and go right on over to YouTube. Like and subscribe to our channel. That's the Jaye Spot Radio. And listen, for all the people that love to inbox us, meet us over on YouTube, because listen, bless y'all hearts. Okay, I'm gonna have to go there, because every now and again I have to say this. I'm not the most, but y'all got to stop with these messages, because y'all are preventing me from getting the real important stuff that I need to be getting to. Okay, it's all like, I'm trying to get some deals and some stuff and talking to some people, and I can't get to it because I'm just gonna go in. I'm gonna go ahead, because I've been sick for the whole week. It's about 1,000 mutants in my inbox every baby. When I tell you, I told my son, I said, there's no way that you don't want to talk to. A lot of guys don't want to approach women because of the fear of being rejected. I said, you all have to take the page of the book that these mutants have, because baby, they unload the full clip. You can have a trail of unread messages, baby, and they coming back. Pow, pop, 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 just all through the day. Listen, you can block them. They'll create another account and come back and finish off where they left off at. So listen, you all, I'm tired, okay? Y'all have wore me out with this, okay? I'm like, it's a few. I'm tired. I'm so tired of. I said, wait a minute. I got about 1,000 Facebook users. That's what happened. That's what it pop up as once you block them in the inbox. And I'm just like, wait a minute. Is this? I said, come. I had to tell this one guy. I said, sir, look, okay?
Sorry to this man.
Sir, I'm just trying to run a business. I'm not looking for a love connection. I'm not I need you to stop with the messages. I appreciate your support and your participation, but this gotta stop. This has gotta stop, because then I have people that's really sending me messages that I'm supposed to be responding to. Now I don't see y'all messages because they listen. It's 1,000 mutants done just, and I thank everybody for supporting us. So that's not who I'm talking about. The ones that keep on zeroing in on it, they know who they are. It's about 3 or 4 of them, and I'm just like, you know what? I can't take it no more. I appreciate it, but we trying to get some stuff over here. So just, we listen. So, but go ahead on, because all those messages that you send in, see, I want you to take that energy and take it to YouTube, like and subscribe to that channel over there. And there's so many videos that you can share. Listen, show me some love that way. I appreciate that. I would appreciate that. See, now you're going to get my attention with that, Smith, right there. If you share my videos, all of that, I'm going to tell you, that's going to get my attention quicker than you jumping in my inbox. You sharing my page and you inviting people to like my stuff and support. Now you got your girl attention. I'm just gonna put it on out there. But if you sending me these good morning queen, hey, I don't even like the word beautiful no more, Angela. I don't even like the word beautiful no more.
You didn't heard it too much?
You know what? From the wrong people. I'm just like, good morning, beautiful. And then I said, now Lord, now see, Lord, now I know why is Cedric, are you a mutant? Because if you a mutant, then I just said this not for the people that don't like to talk to it. The ones that know that craziness, they know they don't have a probe, they can't get through no more. But I'm just saying, just go on over to YouTube, the Jaye Spot Radio. Be so kind, like, subscribe, follow, share. We appreciate it. But again, we appreciate all the support, but that craziness, y'all, the ones who's doing that, y'all know y'all gotta stop with that ish. I'm just gonna say, y'all gotta stop. I've been waiting all week to come back here just to tell y'all, because I told you in the inbox, and you ain't listening to me in the inbox. You not listening to me. You just create another profile, and I gotta keep on saying the same thing. I gotta keep on saying the same thing. So we not gonna keep on doing that. But listen. Speaking of doing that, what do you all think about this? Dating and being out here. What do you all think about the guys that play the video games? These gamers. Is that interfering with real life, adult life dating? Or are you a woman that says, you know what? I don't mind a man that plays the games and stuff like that. I don't mind a gamer. What are your thoughts? Are you a gamer? Do you play the game?
You know what? I'm not a gamer, so they're gonna be like, his opinion doesn't count. But I'm not a gamer, but my brothers were gamers growing up, and I'm not gonna lie, I totally understand where ladies are coming from. It's mad annoying. But believe it or not, you actually have to be very intelligent to be a gamer, because there's so many codes, letters, numbers, memorization involved. I'm gonna get technical for a second. But my thing is this. When I remember growing up and my brother would like get killed off of a level and he would start throwing a fit. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, that's sick. The people with the Pokemon, they was yeah. Come on. That's sick. So I don't know. I think everything in moderation is cool, and I respect the gamers and streamers, because you know what, at a professional level, there's a lot of money to be made in it. But I totally understand where the ladies are coming from, because I just think most ladies are coming from a place of like, don't be lazy, don't be sitting around the house all day playing video games. Like, nobody cares about a guy who is like working and has his stuff together, and you know, when he's got the time, he's like, I'm gonna go play Call of Duty with my friend overseas. Like, that's totally different.
Absolutely.
You know.
And see, and the thing is too, everything in moderation. Like, you cannot, because I don't understand how do you expect to have a meaningful relationship, and how is your relationship supposed to grow if you're not spending that time? So it's like, okay, well, this is your game time. Ladies, if he's telling you this, he playing a game at this time, listen, because they get real serious with that game, some of them, you know, especially if they got the little headpiece and they talking to the other people. Listen, it's serious for them. And you got to respect that. Just because I may not be into it like that, you know what? You have to respect him because that's what he is into. But fellas, when she come over, you got to get that up. Like when she come over, now it's your quality time. So you can't mix the two, quality time with your gaming time.
Yeah.
But you should be able to do both. And that's the thing about it. So it's like if you having her to come over, what's she coming over for? To look upside your head as you play the game?
Exactly.
No, we're not gonna be doing that. So if you love the game that much, then you know what? You're gonna have to choose. Is it gonna be the game or is it gonna be your girl? Now some of you all may say, you know what? I'm gonna choose the game because she don't talk back like y'all do. Y'all always and you just make me want to just get into the game.
Make me want to play the game.
Right. You may put both. Listen, don't let them get one. Put both of them. Put both of the headphones on. You be like, so you just gonna sit up there and you ain't just gonna. No, he ain't there. He ain't there. So now some guys will say, you know what? That's better than me being outside cheating. No, it's not. No, it's not, because you still ain't paying her no attention. So even though you at home in the house, if you are in a relationship, then you have to do everything in moderation. You have to be able to balance. Oh, I work and I come home and when I relax, that's all I want to do is relax and play the game. I'm with that. Maybe you're not ready to be in a relationship at that time if you're not ready to carve out some extra space in your life. And here's the thing. You have to be real about that. You got to be real about where you are in life. But if you want her, now you done made all the levels and like say 6 months, you done made all the levels and you waiting for the next game to come out. Now you want to be all up in her face. What?
It don't work like that.
Oh, now you know who I am because the little funky game is over, or one of your friends, they done beat you and now you ain't got no more coins or whatever it is. Now you done been blocked out. They done kicked you out the game community. Now you want to come back over here. No, sir, I'm in a whole nother relationship. What is you talking about? 6 months, ain't nobody got time to be playing these type of games. Pretty Tasha is saying, me either, Sister J. I'm starting not to like it no more because they use it too much. Oh, she's talking about the Good Morning Beautiful. Cedric is saying it's good money in it though. It is. I get that.
But that's only at the top level. Not at your house.
I'm with you on that. But you got, again, if you're working, that's your job, I can respect that. But again, everything should be done in moderation. Guys, we're going to take a short musical break. And when we return, we have more hot topics to get into. Stay tuned. You don't want to miss it. You're listening to the Jaye Spot, where we are strengthening relationships and families, one conversation at a time. Guys, thank you so much. Listen, he's sitting up here. I know you.
Hey, Earl. How you doing?
Hey, girl.
You too.
How you doing? You hear it too?
Hi, honey.
I think I got it.
Fantastic.
You look fantastic.
How are you, sweetie pie?
I'm good. I'm good.
Sorry, I put this right here.
You saw me next week. I thought you was my next week.
Oh, no. I was like,
Yeah, it's been 2 weeks when we were here last week.
That was like 2 days ago.
But it was like a Saturday.
You right.
So I guess that was my logic. Sorry about that.
I was like next week. I'm glad I called my hair.
You look amazing. You guys both look fantastic.
Thank you.
I think I did it right today. Right. Yes, I did. Yeah.
Oh, you did that, girl.
I think I gotta fix that.
That one. Hold on, wait, I got you.
That dog in here it is. I called myself with
Maybe just that one in the
2 out of
middle.
3 ain't bad. Yep. Just
Yeah, no, and without anybody being here. You
did it.
Darn
Yeah.
good.
That was just a little time.
Yeah.
Oh,
Can they hear me from here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep, everything's. Yes. The food is, yeah. I got
I hear you.
This is my first time having some iced coffee in 2 weeks, baby. I said, I don't care.
Are you serious? I'm talking about you so bad.
What
you make it or you buy it?
I'm making that.
Don't get her started.
No, it's expensive.
She buy it and then she make it.
So what that means? You buy it from
She
the
buy
store?
it from Dunkin' Donuts and then she put it in her big cup and she add a whole bottle of creamer to it.
Oh,
Let me tell you, this
okay. So it's your own concoction, but your base is Dunkin'.
it's
I'm a
like this.
Dunkin'.
It's like this much coffee though, and then it's like this much cream.
That's how I am.
Oh my
I
god!
love sweet
I get
coffee.
in trouble for that.
I'm a Dunkin' person
Because
too. I don't like Starbucks because it's so strong.
I don't like
Now,
Starbucks.
I've never drank Starbucks coffee. I always
It's
do the
strong.
caramel macchiato.
I
Upside
can
down.
only do matcha latte.
Oh,
or
matcha latte
A
is
chai
so
latte.
good.
That's it. Me and coffee don't get along. The caffeine,
Tears you up.
it just gives me jitters. And
Oh yeah,
make
that's
me
what
feel
it's
like
supposed to
really
do.
And I be on my balance and then I can smell it. Like my girls and stuff. Yeah.
5, 4,
Be
3,
ready to walk to
2.
Arkansas in a minute.
Walk to Arkansas.
Welcome back to the Jaye Spot, where we are strengthening relationships and families, one conversation at a time. Guys, I want to thank you all so much for tuning in. Please do me a favor, you all. Go to our page, like our page, the Jaye Spot, then go right on over to YouTube. Matter of fact, if you want to go there first,
Yeah, go there first.
go to YouTube and like and subscribe to our channel. That's the Jaye Spot Radio, JAYE. Go to Instagram, like and follow us there, the Jaye Spot Radio, JAYE, for all three. Turn on the notification bells. Boop, boop, boop. You all listen. I feel like I'm cheating you all because I don't. I have so y'all have to understand. It's so much foolery that's brewing inside of me, and I just gotta just take it easy. Because I said, you know what, to myself, I said, what do I have to do to not start coughing? And then I just said, wow, man, so this is really a learning process for me on how to use my indoor voice, because I don't have one. Like, this is the first time and probably the only time that you'll ever hear me speaking in this tone. That's because, I'm just trying to hold on to what I got. And this is like the longest that I've talked in the last 2 weeks. So I'm trying to keep it. But it's so, if y'all could just imagine, this is my spirit. I'm so excited. This is how I feel on the inside. So I hope that's resonating with you all. But listen, it's just me.
Light in here. It's real white.
Is it?
Your voice is so white.
And I feel like,
you talk like that.
right. And I don't ever feel like, but I know if I, do that,
Do it.
it's done, and we can go ahead on and wrap this up, because it's going to be a done deal. But
I will say it sounds much better in the studio than it did on my phone.
oh, did it?
Yeah, you sound a lot better in the studio.
Okay, thank
So,
you.
so
Well,
her voice
then
ain't that bad, y'all.
Well, then they not getting a full. Darn it, you guys are not getting a full experience. Sorry, had to get that little piece. But guys, listen, it's just me. But sitting next to me, we have esthetician Chandler,
Yes.
mother of a group of cool dudes,
Hey, y'all.
and a little lady,
Yes, it woo woo.
Lady Lotus.
Hey, girl.
We're gonna have to tell them about our two-step at my birthday party.
Girl, that was a half a step.
Ah,
Let me tell you, I got.
Wait, before you do it. Sitting next to Lady Lotus, we have dancer,
Yes.
actor,
Ooh.
model,
Come on now.
brand ambassador,
Come.
and host of he hosted Dancing with the Stars. We have Andre Bellos with us. Thank you so much, Andre, for joining us. Please again tell everybody that's just tuning in what you got going on, how they can get in contact with you.
Thank you so much for having me on. What's up, Lady Lotus?
What's up? What's up? I got something for you too.
You guys are so kind to me. Thanks again for sharing the platform. Thanks to Intellectual Radio and iHeart and Earl. You guys, I'm currently in a competition called Dance Icon, if you didn't know. And you guys can vote for me on danceicon.com. They're going to pick 8 people to go to Arizona next month. I'm hoping to be one of those people. But again, I'm just doing it for fun in honor of my grandmother. And I'm also doing some affiliate marketing with fragrances for Walmart. Let me know what fragrances you would like to see. I'm willing to do ladies' fragrances as well. and yeah, just a couple cool things going on.
Cool. Well, thank you guys so much. Listen, Andre, we have his link drop in his website, drop in our comments. That's andrebellos.com and then danceicon.com /Andre Bellos. Make sure you go in and show Andre some love, vote for him, support him. Because guess what, you all? That's what we do. That's what we do. Ain't a lot of dancing going on over here because listen. Listen. So we had my sisters and we had our birthday party. Was it last week? It wasn't last week. It was the week before last. That's how I got sick because I was outside kicking it on Saturday. Listen, sick on Sunday. So
I love it.
But we were out there. So listen, this one gonna tell me she was like, Jay, these ain't the same needs.
Honey. First of all, I was back there minding my own business in the cut. Got my guy outside with me, and he real quiet. He said, you can go out there and dance with your friends if you want to, because her and all her sisters now, they all done got up, they done hit the floor. I was like, okay. So I'm bringing it back for the River West. Now I done brought it back. I got one good dance in. The wobble came on.
Oh, wobble.
I got to go to wobble. My knees said, noba. I went over there. I said, you know what? I love you, but I'm gone. I get back to my seat when I tell you them high flashes kicked in. I turned up 175 degrees. The water wasn't helping, wasn't nothing helping. I got up. I said, I love y'all, but I'm about to go. When I tell you all her sisters cussed me out, where you going? I'm leaving. You just got here. Not really. I've been here for a couple of hours, but I'm about to go. I done made every excuse under the sun and the moon. This one here came up out them hills. She had them on for a while. I give it to her. She had those heels on way longer than I thought she would have them on. But I seen her slip them heels off.
Because my toe got
blame you.
numb.
Right.
I came with my flats on, baby. I had my Mary J. Blige riding boots on.
I said, oh my God. And I was talking to my friend. And I was telling him, I said, remember how we used to reminisce on back in the day being in the club? He gonna say, yeah, y'all ain't as young. He's like, yeah, y'all ain't no young spring chickens like y'all, like y'all used to be. And I was telling him, I was like, man, you remember the outfits that we used to wear? He was like, yeah, I remember. I said, and it's like we didn't even feel like it was wintertime outside. We like, if it's the streets are clear, we outside. I'm like, we didn't get sick or anything. I'm just like, now you outside on Saturday, you sick on Sunday. And that's how it was. So, but we definitely had a good time. But I'm gonna tell you, me with these, listen, you probably will never see me in no heels again. I just feel like I've done that part.
I'm not doing that with you.
I've done that part in life. Like
no, you haven't. You're not done. Because you got 2 years to get them ankles and them knees in order, baby. Because in 2 years, it's going down.
I know.
I talk about red carpet event going down, and I'm gonna need you. You my
I am. Well, you know what? I'm gonna have a long gown on so nobody can see my feet because. Listen, when I get married, just know I'm not wearing no shoes. I'm gonna be one of them.
I want to be on the beach anyway with the
right. I'm like, I am not wearing no shoes. I'm gonna have the nice little ballerina shoes on, and that's what's gonna be up under my dress.
Put sparklets on your ballerina shoes.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can do that. We can definitely do that.
I would just like to interject right quick because. My buddy over here, Mr. Bellows, was out there killing it on the red carpet. Did you?
I know. Please tell everybody about that.
Cape at the NAACP Awards.
Did you like it?
I loved it.
You gotta tell everybody about what she's talking about, Andre.
Okay, so I got invited to the NAACP Awards over the weekend as a guest in Pasadena, California, and I was very honored to go. Thank you so much, BET and CBS. I was really grateful because I know that they're connected to a bunch of real celebrities, so I was so happy to be there. And I wore a cape, and you have no idea what I had gone through. Like, right before I got into a huge fight with one of my stylists, they were like, "We're not dressing you for the event," and I was like, "Oh." It was drama. It was chaos. I was like, what am I gonna do? I was like running like a chicken with its head cut off. I flew to Los Angeles. I didn't have an outfit. I haven't done that in 7 years. I always have my outfit. Thankfully, shout out to Kitty Couture in Los Angeles. They came through for me in
Yes, they
2
did.
days. I came out, they did a fitting, and they dropped that outfit on me. She's like, baby,
That was
we're going to dress you
amazing.
like royalty.
That was amazing.
And I was
Wow.
scared because everyone was like, do not go to Pasadena wearing a cape. That's a very conservative town. They're going to throw you out of there.
What?
That's what I said. But then I was like, on one hand, I respected it if that's the truth. I don't know. I'm from Chicago.
What is the cape for? What?
But then on the other hand, I thought that might be exactly the reason why I want to do it.
We rebels.
Baby, I flew right into my seat like, boop.
Where you looked amazing.
look
Thank you.
so, man.
I almost didn't wear it.
amazing.
I put it on. We got to the event. I took it off. I put it on. I took it off. and
No,
I'm
I
like,
loved it.
Just leave it on.
I loved it. I loved all the pictures and all the smiles. I loved it.
God bless you.
I
Thank you
loved
so
it.
much. I'm so grateful. Thank you, Kitty Couture.
Well, listen, speaking of, Kitty Couture, and I listen,
We don't need somebody that
Kitty
Kitty
Couture,
Couture.
you can feel free to put me in a little something.
Yeah,
Listen, if you
she
want to,
will.
You can
And
put
she
me
will.
listen, if somebody want to give me some lip gloss, some lipstick, help me out. Listen, Jay is available for the fittings. We can listen if you want to put bada bing
And
and bada
quick.
bang
I'm
up.
not gonna deal
We
with
can
her
do,
bada bing,
bada bing and bada bang. We can put, we can push them in a little bit. We can squeeze them. Now, I really don't want you to make them sit up, but you know what? Y'all can do whatever y'all want to do with bada bing and bada
Just don't
bang.
put 'em up to the chin. Don't
Y'all can do whatever
don't do
y'all-
bada bing up to the chin. You
Y'all
gotta
can do
be
whatever
fitting 'em
y'all
up.
want to do to bada bing and bada bang.
Bada
We gonna
bing
be
and bada
we
bang.
gonna be flexible. I'm coachable. So y'all listen. If y'all want to style me, we can go ahead on and do that. But listen, speaking of doing that, what do you all think? Is it okay to have a work wife or a work husband?
Yep.
Is that okay? Or are you saying, you know what, Jay, listen, you must be trying to have somebody catch a DV, a DV charge. What are you talking about? This work wife and this work husband stuff. What do you all think about that? Lady Lotus, what do you think about that?
I gave my man a work wife. I sure did. Did she bring some vegetables today? Did she
Okay.
bring some of them chocolates today?
Contribute.
I be picking on him so bad every time I talk to him on that lunch break. Every day, how's your work wife doing? Mind you, this lady is married. She's, she's not his type. It ain't nothing like that. But it's my inside joke that that's his work wife. I've had work husbands, but my work husband like half my age and is like my best friend. It was my bestie. I miss you, Tay.
Now, what about you? What do you think about that work wife and work husband, Andre? Are you okay with that, or are you like?
Okay, what does that mean?
I'm so glad. So,
I think I know.
it's
after
a
what you
work,
said.
so it's a work relationship. Like this person,
That's flirty but not inappropriate.
you know
and
what?
The spouse
But
is cool with it.
sometimes, nope.
Not all the time. It
Not
get
all the
deep.
time.
Mm-mm.
That's what I'm
They
thinking.
get real deep.
And I'm a
It-
jealous person.
It gets
Very.
really deep. So this is your work relationship. So this
Y'all
is
go
your
to lunch
relation. They go to
together?
lunch together all the time.
They buddy at the
Oh,
job.
but no,
yes.
and sometimes it's more than buddy.
They
Like
buddy at the
sometimes they
club.
like, it gets
They cozy
really,
up.
it's
let's say.
really serious. And I'm like, I'll never forget, I worked at this place and the guy, he was single and the woman, she was married. So I'm new there. So, I'm like, I'm talking to everybody. And so I'm talking to the guy. And so he stopped having lunch with her people. And then he started having lunch with me because I'm like, first of all, this mouth is just ridiculous. So who not gonna come and have lunch, because the conversations were always popping. So I noticed that she would stop, she stopped speaking to me, and I'm like, okay, did I miss something? And so it took one of the girls, she was like, so he over there having lunch with you now? Yeah. I'm like, I'm not messing around with this little runt. I mean, not to be like that, but I'm just like, yeah, you got to be yay how to ride this ride. Not like I can sit pick
this height.
if I can pick bada bing and bada bang up and sit on your head, you do not fit the criteria at all. And me and bada bing and bada bang, we can just boop right on top of his head. So I'm like, you ain't got the word. He was nowhere in the running. But once I found out, I'm just like, look, I ain't even on all that. Like I'm not, and I didn't know she was married until I saw her on that doggone west side at the chicken joint. Her husband. I'm like, and she was all smiling and I said, wait, what? I said, do this man know that this woman, she be catching the attitude with the single folk over the little brunt at the job. Come to find out they was talking after the job, after hours, and she was bringing him lunch.
Where there's smoke, there's fire.
She would fix dinner. So the dinner that she was fixing at home, baby, she was bringing enough for him at work. And I'm just like, oh, wait, this is really.
She told her husband that food was for you.
I'm like, listen, if you
He said, where you going with all that food? This for Jay.
If you jumping down and you cheating on your I'm
This
like,
my work
no, she
bestie,
was acting like
right?
that. So I didn't ask no question and say, oh girl, I ain't know you was married. That's all that was, because she knew how this mouth was. But I'm like, I ain't never that person. I ain't never trying to blow up nobody's spot because listen, I know that you raggedy. I was looking down at your shoes and I could tell that she was raggedy. So I don't want no parts of the raggediness. But work wives and work husbands, I'm not on board with it because again, some people go too far and they don't,
They start cheating.
I ain't
why you
go
wasn't
too far, crew.
well, why you didn't why you wasn't at work? You was sick, or they sick, they found out you sick, and now they texting your phone. I just wanted to make sure, wait a minute, this is work. We not work. Why you even got my real phone number?
Thank
what
you.
had happened was the employee phone number list. I just pulled it off of there. I just put it off the emergency.
Now we're gonna have to get you for stalking. We're gonna have to report you to the human resource person. But no, I'm like the work wives and husbands. It's a no for me. But Leo, he's saying we cool. We just was cool at work together. Long as it don't get messy, it's cool.
Exactly.
So people go too far.
Keep it surface, and if you can't keep it surface, then somebody got to check somebody. And now we can't even be working husband and wife no more because you took it too far.
People go too far.
I agree.
Cedric is saying just so from experience, that's asking for trouble.
I agree.
It is. I'm just like,
I agree.
Because again, it's even hard. It's hard just having a female friend or a male friend that, like my friend. We friends, but like when people be like, y'all ain't really friends. Had I not told these people, listen, we done known each other for longer than all of our kids been alive. So you gonna tell me I can't be his friend? We can't be his friend. We can't be friends. Because I'm a man. I'm a woman and he a man. Now again, I always say this: there are levels to, and there's a protocol to being a friend of somebody of the opposite sex. It's a protocol. I'm not calling you every day. I'm not your best friend anymore. He has a wife. You have a best friend.
Exactly.
So if you truly a friend, then why are you threatened at the wife? I done known him longer than he done. Why is that conversation even coming up if you're truly a friend? So I don't have those conversations saying, oh, I know his wife. We know that we done been knowing each other before I was even a mother. Yeah. What I gotta say that for? What am I trying to prove if I gotta say something like that? So you always gotta watch people's intentions and watch what the motive is, because everybody that's saying they're a friend, they're not really a friend. No. So you gotta just
waiting. Like they tell us we're naive. I've always been told I'm very naive. You can't tell that boy like you. No, I can't tell he don't like me. He like me because I don't like him, so I'm not paying attention to if he like me or not. Which, man, I probably lost some good dudes for that. But if I'm not looking at you like I like you or I'm interested in you, I'm not seeing a problem with it. And it'll take somebody else from the outside to be like, that guy like you. And then that's when it comes down to the woman got a problem with me because she just know her man like me, but she not paying attention that I don't like him.
So listen, guys, I also have a special shout out. I have I said it, Callahan. We definitely gonna have to get you in here, but he has an event coming up on March 8th, where he's crowning black women. So definitely go to his page. I said if you can drop, if you have a link, drop the link for me and we can have it, we can pin it in these comment sections. But that's I said it, Callahan, for I said it management. He has an event coming up on March 8th. Be sure you all go out and support that that event. And speaking of events, you all listen. This not no events, but I'm about to dry bag and I'm sick. Yeah. But listen, I am selling raffle tickets for an organization that I am a part of. $5 raffle tickets. So the drawing, I'm losing it. The drawing is April 6th. Winner does not need to be present. First prize is $350. Second prize is $250. Third prize is $100. You can cash app us at the Jaye Spot $2022. One ticket is $5. And again, you don't have to be present. If you are cash apping it, then just let me know. And what I'll do is I'll fill your ticket out and then I'll send you a picture of your ticket with your name and your number on it, and then your piece, it will be entered into the raffle. And again, it will be live, it will be done live. So what the drawing will be done live from the Jaye Spot. It's going to be done live also in the group so that everybody can see that. But again, the winner does not need to be present. So support your girl. Listen, just support. And I'll drop a flyer and some more information on that as well. But speaking of on that as well, and speaking of important, tonight we're talking about how mental illness impacts dating and relationships. See, I think that this is a topic that is we don't talk about this enough. We don't talk about this enough as well. Because let's be real, people are out here struggling. Like, mental illness is real. It's real. And it comes in so many different shapes, forms, and fashions. And sometimes you can see it, and sometimes you can't. Like, have you ever dated somebody and you like, now I swear for Lord God is my witness, I know something wrong with that brother. I know. Whoa, you can't tell me. Whoa, you can't tell me that how when the refrigerator get to going out and it start making that loud. You can't tell me that ain't nothing loose up there with this brother. Or the chick, you like, no, wait a minute. She get too angry. And here's the thing, and it's not cute. Anybody that's trying to run you over with a car because they got mad because they see you with somebody, or they show up at your house because you didn't answer the phone or answer their text message, that's not normal. It's something wrong. And we got to stop condoning that.
What normal?
Listen.
I'm leaving. I don't want to have this conversation.
And listen, here's the thing, you all. I can't even sit up. I'm going to talk to you as a client, okay? I'm going to talk to you as a reformed popper-upper. I ain't never tried to run nobody over with no car. Yeah. But I have popped up out of a bush or two.
That don't mean we got mental issues. That mean we got anger issues.
Do that mean, did they know you was out there?
That's an anger issue. I'm out there because I'm angry. I'm not out there because I'm twisted in my head because I thought I saw something. No, I saw the putty tag. Now I'm out here because I saw the putty tag and you tried to tell me the putty tag wasn't there.
Now I'm going to let y'all know.
That's the difference, right?
Now I'm going to tie in how it's a mental illness. Because if you squatted in them bushes on that west side and you sitting up there inhaling urine for 2 hours waiting for them to come out because you don't want to give up your good spot because you see them and they went up in that house and you don't want them to see you, because you got the that pee-pee bush is the perfect view for the Corway building over there off that west side, and you know if you move across the street, you gonna miss them coming out the house. That, my friends, that's the example of a mental
I'm glad I
illness.
wasn't in the pee bush. I was right in front of the house. I'm out here. We
Baby,
outside
baby, let me tell you
in front of
something.
your house, tearing up your car.
That's why my knees don't work to the day, because being out doing all that unnecessary squatting in them bushes. So again, so the conversation that we're gonna have, this is no judgment over here.
I
This
think
is
the conversation we should have is don't hide in the bushes. Stand 10 toes down in front of wherever he or she is at.
see, you can't do that today because everything is gonna end up on the shade room or
If you out there,
TMZ
that's
or.
the chance you gotta take. If you out there today,
I liked back in the day because I liked being able to be crazy and don't have to worry about it being recorded and pasted
not at
on
all.
the internet. But here's the thing. Let's talk about this first. What is mental illness? So now listen. According to an online source, mental illness refers to a wide range of mental health conditions and disorders that affect your mood, thinking, and your behavior. So all these things are affected. And when you're dating, a lot of times, for most people, they don't even consider that. Like, we're not even considering mental health. We're not even considering mental illnesses. But you know what? We have to start thinking that. So this is what I like to say. And I ask this, maybe not the right question to ask, but I need to know, are our levels of crazy compatible? When that tick is going off in your head, is it compatible to their tick? Because some ticks don't need medication. Some ticks need medication. Some ticks need a 30-day stay. We got to make sure there are levels. My tick, I can control my tick. This tick, you know what? She may need a little prescription to balance it off. But his tick, you up here and you got people with the white coats and jackets looking for you. They're not compatible. I can't deal with a tick that's here. And I'm just like, well, you can't calm yourself.
Maybe you can balance him.
I'm not willing to take that chance. You gotta be willing to take that chance. But have you all ever dated somebody or dealt with somebody with a mental illness?
I have. First of all, I think we all obviously have a little mental illness.
We do.
And I also know that growing up, I was bullied, and when I look back on it now, I'm like, wow, that's a form of mental illness, or maybe they were just being bullied by other people. But I will tell you this, I was in a relationship once, and I think a huge problem of mental illness is just the enabling the family does. Because they feel bad. They feel responsible. Who knows what's happened in the past? Like, I did something and it messed the person up, and I don't know what, everyone has a story. So I think it's really the enabling that's actually worse than the mental illness, because we all kind of have a little bit of that.
Yeah.
And we're responsible for our own triggers. I ain't gonna lie to you, no one is perfect. I'm not perfect. I have a little road rage. You know what I mean?
I got a lot of room.
But sometimes you just have to sit there like I do and just be like, Andre, you have a lot to lose. Let it go. Because it does upset me. And I know that that's different, but I even sometimes feel like road rage could be a form of mental illness. Because I will say to myself, why does that bother you so much?
Yeah.
What does that take away from you? Who cares? You still have your money in your bank?
Yeah.
That's right.
So anyways.
No, what about you,
I
Lady
think
Lotus?
to kind of piggyback off of what you said with enabling in the families, I also feel like we're just uneducated. We don't know. Like my youngest son, I didn't realize this kid was going through so much. And we look at it as, oh, he's just being bad, or
Right.
he's got all these things going on. And as he got older, it's like, man, you're lacking social skills. You're lacking so much. But as the mom going through depression and going through everything that I was going through, I wasn't able to sit back and look at him and realize he's also affected by something that his other parent made a choice to do. And he was internalizing feelings and internalizing things. To this day, these things still bother him. So if you look at him today, he could probably go somewhere and get prescribed with a whole bunch of stuff that you have going on with you. And we're in our community, we're not going to accept that. We're not going to accept that these are things that we're going through, because it's what's in our household.
So now we got Cedric. He's saying that was my oldest son's mom. She tried to run me over on Laramie in Washington.
What?
Laughing but very serious. And he said, I used to take some medicine, some herbal medicine for mine, if you get my drift.
I get it.
Okay.
Man, listen, Cedric, that is some crazy stuff like that. Running people. Oh, I'm like these when you see all of these
That's
videos
too
and
much.
stuff.
I did
now.
not want to go to jail. Like, they didn't go on that field trip I went on. That
It's
field
just
trip let me
like-
know I don't want to go to county.
It's like it's so crazy, and it's just like I'm like, you gotta ask yourself, like, if is it that serious? And I tell my son, and I'm like, I tell these younger guys too, I say, you gotta watch a lot of these chicks. I'm like, if they can go from like that to just instantly, I said,
That's a red flag.
and that's
It's that-
somebody that you need to you
that anger.
like you need to end that right there. She needs to get an exorcist. The Lord needs to deal with her. She needs to be locked away in somebody's facility until she deal with whatever it is that's causing you to just say, okay, you know what, man, I'm gonna run him over because I saw him with somebody else, or he liking somebody else's page and this and that. Woo! You gotta take 12 deep breaths. And we just gotta start regrouping, and we gotta just start really understanding and saying, you know what? Is it really that serious? Like, is it that deep? Oh, we can't take a broken heart today. People be ready to ready to take you out.
Yeah, I know.
Get cheated on. Listen, I'm like, been cheated on once, and you made it through. You gonna make it through the next time,
Right.
and the next time, and the next time. Do it feel good? And I'm not minimizing the pain of dealing with a heartbreak. Not minimizing it at all, but I am saying think twice before you do something
Yeah.
that when that pain wears off, you're gonna regret. You still gonna be dealing with the ramifications of your actions for that moment. Now you've ruined your life.
I feel like age plays a part on it, because 15, 16, 17-year-old cheated on Lady Lotus shouldn't. Plus, Lady Lotus shouldn't be acting the same way she did when she was a teenager. She got cheated on.
Yeah.
Like that teenager that got hurt. That's crying. I'm sad. Okay, now you done got cheated on again. So now I got all these feelings and these angers and all these things boiling up in me. So somewhere in the middle, about 20, cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs coming out, because now I'm just sick of it.
Yeah.
But by the time you hit your 30s and your 40s and your 50s and on up, you should be dealing with those emotions a little bit better and able to recognize, okay, you pushing my button. Like right now where I'm at in my life, I know my triggers. Like I can look at you and I can say, hey, please don't stand over me and yell at me. That's a trigger. That's a trigger, because I feel like we about to fight. And you might just be trying to talk to me and tell me something, but if you do it the wrong way, I'm going to black out and I'm going to go back to 15-year-old Keisha.
Now,
and those are things that we pay attention to as we get older.
Yeah.
So Leo is saying one of mine tried to stab me, killed my phone, slashed my tires, and busted my windows over my phone. Straight mental case. I could have had her locked up, but she had 2 young sons. And that be right there. That stuff like these
I hope you
knife
left
pulling,
immediately.
these
And I be
knife
thinking I'm
pulling
crazy.
people.
I ain't putting no knife on nobody.
That craziness. He said, I'm done with crazy chicks. It's exit stage left. You think? But you know what? I'm just to piggyback on what you just said, Lady Lotus. It's definitely, I believe, an age thing, because the lady that was on TT buses, out there in the bushes and stuff like that, I wish I would.
Baby, I
Sid,
wish
I wish I would. Listen, I used to go through medicine cabinets. I used to look. Listen, I'm gonna be honest. I used to be a certified snooper. I'm not gonna lie.
It's
I get
not
to
called snooping. It's called
investigate.
investigating.
I used to be a certified investigator. I should have been a cop. I definitely missed my calling because, baby, I'm what you looking for? I'm gonna tell you what I was looking for. I was looking to see was they on any kind of medication.
Yes, ma'am.
That's what I was definitely.
Yes,
That was
ma'am.
one of the
Number
things
one.
I was looking
Number
for.
one.
I was looking for to see is you a chronic gambler? Do you be up in there playing all the lottery and all these scratch off tickets and stuff like that? I was looking for that. I was looking to see were your bills in your name, and if they were, do you got any red letters and all this other, any disconnection notices, or am I seeing Bertha Reeves? And I'm like, why everything? Oh, you got all these Bertha Reeves bills, and because Bertha Reeves is your grandmama, you got your grandma. This her apartment. This ain't
Not
even
the
your
grandma. Not the grandma.
this the grandma apartment. You got your lights, your gas. You even got Netflix and Bertha Reeves name. Come on now, like son, what you doing? So everything is in my dear's name. So we not doing all that. And then also listen, where you at? Like, was I ever looking for to see if there was another woman? No.
I was.
No.
I was.
After the TT bushes, see, mine went away in stages. I went from outside to then doing my investigations inside to now at this point, I don't even do any of that because my thing is this. When I find out, that's it.
Right. Period.
That's it. I don't get mad. I'm not doing all of this. Oh, I need closure and I'm not, listen.
If you at this
good.
age, if
It's
you
good.
learn, it's one word that you need in your vocabulary, and it is called observation.
Right.
All you have to do is observe, come out of your mind of what you think somebody's supposed to be doing or what you want them to do, and just observe their behavior.
So,
And you will see things that you never thought you would see before, and then you make your decision. Well, I saw that, I'm out.
and that is so key because it's just like, again, when you have a history of going through all of that. Now, listen, mental illness runs, listen, I'll be like all the time, Lord, please help me. Because God rest his soul, but El Selvey out there in that doggone cemetery over there by that tree, baby, that man right there, I know I'm my daddy's daughter. I know. And Lord knows, I know how this man cut up. Listen, I'm trying to tell you what I'm saying. If your parents, listen, you got their blood in you. So if your parents was crazy, you can't sit here and say you ain't crazy. Listen, mine left this earth, and I swear, I believe the man was schizophrenic. I kid you not. Okay? So I know, I respect all of that up in here. I respect it. So I'm just saying, I know who my mama is, and I know who my daddy is. See, y'all done seen my mama. You ain't seen my daddy, okay? And you know what? I know I'm his daughter because I'm like, ooh. Now see, now I know why he's acting like that. The moment you understand they level of crazy,
You understand yourself.
you know, like
That's when you start tweaking.
that's why I
Corrections.
just be like, I'm gonna go ahead on over here, and I'm just gonna go ahead and sit down. I'm gonna sit down. Cause if I don't, we all gonna be in trouble up in here. And you know what? It's just not worth it. So my mother's daughter is fine. It's my daddy's
Are you
daughter.
sure about that?
Now, you know what?
No,
I
love you, Mama Vance.
Yeah, no, but she
playing it light.
But she ain't nothing.
She ain't nothing like him, but
she ain't like my daddy's
it
daughter.
ain't sweet.
No, she ain't sweet.
It ain't sweet. Please don't play with Mama Vance. She coming out of bed.
When I listen, but she ain't come out the same. That's why I say your levels of crazy gotta be compatible because how was he here and she
But maybe
It
it's
was
a balance.
balance.
They
That's what I'm
offset
saying.
it.
It's a
No, it
balance.
was never a balance.
But see,
Because
the
my
both
parents
of
were
us,
like
but
that.
see, the both of us is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Mhm.
And I think it's with age, we've learned, the boundaries. I've learned what'll make me mad. He's learned what'll make him mad. But
It wasn't no
I think
balance
it's a
though.
balance.
It just used to be that's just how he is. See, we got categorized. He got
That's that old
categorized
boomer stuff, though.
right, but it was some you listen. Anytime you see this I kid you not, this man sat there, took that butcher knife, sliced his wrist. This dude sat there and drunk the blood. And I'm just like,
I
yeah.
don't know, and that's what you was talking about.
And-
The
but they be
family
like-
just brush it under the rug. That's just
how he is.
That's how he is.
No, something is wrong. The man would talk to the lady in the light. It was something. Now it took me to be grown to understand. I'm like, yeah, no, this man should have been like. I'm the oldest kid. He shouldn't have never had 5 more kids. They should have been put him up and just.
They just said if he making them babies, he all right.
And he should have just got lost. He should have just got lost in the system. You know how how they used to have the public health facilities, mental health facilities. He should have just. I didn't understand how did he not get lost in that process.
Lady Lotus, you
I'm
are
done.
so right.
I'm done.
If a man or woman like has a job and has a house and have kids, they're perfect. They're good.
They don't look at it, and then you gotta think about.
Meanwhile, they could be crazy, abusing their spouse,
They
abusing their
But
kids.
this mental health
the day
stuff
is
just
long.
started.
Right, and then
It just started.
and you could be on your P's and Q's like a good person, zened out, and maybe you have an apartment and you have a job, but you don't have a family, you're not married, and they're like, oh, what's wrong with that person? That person.
Yeah. What's wrong with you? Why you don't have no
But
kids?
even when you
And
have
it's because
a
mental illness.
Right.
It's because people started paying attention to mental illness later.
Back then, when you think about like they got mad at me because I called them boomers, but they know they boomers. The boomers was like out here rebelling, doing everything. They was playing around with drugs, LSD,
And I think
all
they
that
right.
Yeah,
stuff.
they were.
And it was messing up things, but it's so
I agree with
easy
you.
to just say, that's Uncle Travis. That's how he acts.
And that's what I want us
That's
to
enabling.
get to
And you think
not do
about
that.
them coming home from the service. How many of those
How many
men
are
came home from the
affected?
Messed up.
service?
When the crack
Messed up.
cocaine epidemic hit the streets,
And that
it
was
was
not their
so
fault.
many
No.
things
We
that
look at stuff like
contributed.
that.
So it's like when you think of mental illness, it's so much stuff. And here's the thing, like we gotta stop shunning it off and making it seem like it's something, it's something to be ashamed of if you need to talk to somebody. So I'm just, reaching out. Listen, it's okay to go and talk to a professional. You don't have to always be okay. A lot of times we gonna have our highs, most of the time you on your high level, but when you are having a valley experience, it's okay to go and talk to somebody if you feel like you can't pull yourself out of that valley experience. You need to talk to somebody. It's okay to be able to do that, and it's okay to have a valley moment. We can't, and don't think that, oh well, just because you're in a valley, having a valley moment right now, that defines who you are.
Right.
So we got to be okay with leaning up. And sometimes, look, our family can't listen. My dear can't help you. My dear, you love her dearly, but my dear can't help you with everything. Sometimes you need somebody that can talk to you, to tell you, to help you to sort out your feelings, because sometimes it's rooted childhood trauma that has been unaddressed. And so now you're like, I was 10 years old when that happened, and now I'm 33. But now it just done. Your 10-year-old, 11-year-old self has just been reintroduced to your 33-year-old self.
Right.
And now y'all trying to figure out what's going on. You can't get to 34 peacefully because your 11-year-old self is saying, you know what, listen,
You never dealt with me.
I'm hurt. So now I'm finna show back up in your life at 33, but now my mental capacity is at 11, and I can't get past this because you never dealt with it.
And as much as you push it down, it always comes back.
It always comes back. So guys, I want to say, definitely, if you need somebody to talk to, definitely look into some mental health facilities and some mental health professionals to talk to you. Again, it's nothing embarrassing. You shouldn't be embarrassed to say, you know what, listen, I need a little help. I need a little help bridging the gap and just bringing everything together because I'm not okay right now. I'm having a little moment and I need to help somebody get it together. Because if you can't be at whole with yourself,
Right.
how can you possibly be
And
whole for somebody else?
Another thing before we leave, if the thoughts in your head is telling you to hurt somebody, to hurt yourself, or do something that you know is out of whack because you in that valley, definitely call somebody.
That's you can call a suicide hotline. It's an 800 number. But guys, I want to thank you all so much for tuning in. Please do me a favor, you all go to our page and like our page at the Jaye Spot. Go to our YouTube channel, like and subscribe us there. That's the Jaye Spot Radio. Go to our Instagram, the Jaye Spot Radio, JAYE. You all, it has been Andre Bellows. Thank you so much for joining us, Lady Lotus, and it's just me. Until next time, you all, take care of yourselves and each other. Peace. Good night, you guys. Thank you so much. Good night, good night, good night. Good night, guys. Thank you so much, guys. Good night.
Great show, ladies.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Good night.
Thank you.
Good night, guys. Thank you. 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 Thank you.
No, you're fine. I was running a little bit late too.
Thank you. Sorry. Thank you.